Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Wandering Village story mode. I'm Evie Greenbottle, and we are almost ready to complete the building here of the structure. We just need somebody to come over and actually just put it together because we've brought all the materials over that it already needs. So we're just waiting to see if someone does in fact come over. Now, we've also just entered a jungle biome, which is our first jungle biome. We've only been in mountains, I think, so far. But because we're still early, as long as we're walking, air toxicity there's none, but ground toxicity is low. So if we lay down, we will actually start to get a bit of poison on Onbu, but as long as he's walking, he's fine. And lucky for us, he's only 29% sleepy, so we should be all right. Now let's just take a look and see. People are coming over to work on this, which is going to begin story mode for us. And are we researching anything at the moment? Ooh, we're waiting for village doctor, so we're just waiting for a few more slabs to come in, and then they'll hopefully get started on that. But in the meantime, let's just see how they get on with building this. I just want to say, I appreciate everybody's support so far with this video. It's been a lot of fun and a long time coming with the full release version because, yeah, we've been playing this game since it was in its demo days, and yeah, seen it change quite a lot since then, and absolutely loving it. All right, 50%. Let's see, we're almost done. And what is it going to look like? I'm very excited. What is that? It's got like satellite dishes on it. An antenna tower, an ancient structure utilizing unknown technologies, occasionally receives strange transmissions. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that, I guess. It's going to occasionally receive, we get an improved antenna later on with 15 iron ore. Probably something we're gonna need to research. But we'll keep an eye on this and see if we get any strange transmissions, because I'm assuming that's going to give us new goals. Ooh, look at this. Oh, cool. That's really pretty. How wonderful. I can't believe we managed to repair it. Dear, isn't that just like the thing from your father's stories? What was it called again? I think you're right. It appears to be something called an antenna tower. Legend has it that these towers could capture vibrations in the air and convert them into speech, connecting the ancient wandering cities to the people on the ground below. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't even know if it works yet. Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's activate it. Would you do the honors, my friend? Oh, cute. We get to actually flip the switch. And there we go. It's on. It's got some lights on it, and it is sending some sort of signal out. Wonderful. And if anyone else there also has one of these antenna towers, we might be able to hear them. I didn't think I could get so excited in my old age. Theoretically, yes, but let's remain vigilant. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and we can't afford to trust just anyone. Could you at least try to feign a little excitement, dear? All right, so now we just need to wait for a transmission. So while we wait, we better make sure that we've got everything we need. So we've got herbs coming in now. We've got our... Oh, beets aren't going to work here. But I don't have what we actually need. So beets are what it is because they don't grow as well here. Because, of course, the jungle is warmer than the mountains, and beets don't grow as well in the warmer climate. Now, we didn't eat the stinkhorn fungi either, even though Onbu is getting quite hungry. We are going to need to figure out how to feed him because we don't have a feeding trebuchet just yet. There's a lot of research that we are going to need. Now, those stone slabs are coming in very, very slowly. I wonder if we should try to focus on this feeding trebuchet for a second instead, because then we could feed Onbu some mushrooms straight away. And that seems like it'd be a little bit faster, so let's just get that on and take a look. We only have one person working in each of these, so let's maybe just... Oh, we do have 2 people in the stonemason. Now we'll have 2 carpenters as well. That might speed that up, and then these guys can get to work. Just going to move the woodcutting camp forward as well, just so we can start clearing out the trees near the front here. All right, day 25. And yeah, we don't have to worry about the small spore cloud. It already passed. We are heading up to another decision to be made, and we might be able to influence Onbu. It is technically possible because we do have Hepster working in as our horn blower, but I'm not sure that he's going to listen anyways, so we'll have to just wait and see maybe. The research is coming in, so feeding trebuchet, and looks like we've had some sort of transmission. The antenna, it's working. It's actually working. We have just received our first transmission. Hear me, if you please. We hear you, but the signal is rather bad. Could you please repeat? You, Onbu, talk. A blueprint. Upgrade. Antenna. Hello? Hello? We've lost the signal. But it looks like they managed to send us something. Let's see here. It appears to be a blueprint for an upgrade of our antenna tower, just like they said. An upgrade for this thing we just dug out of the ground a few days ago? I'm really not sure about this. How in the world would anyone have access to this kind of technology? Don't be so skeptical now, dear. Everything has worked out so far, hasn't it? But I don't think we can find the materials the blueprint calls for on our Onbu. We should keep an eye out for any landmarks on the ground and send scavengers there. Once we've completed the upgrade, we might be able to re-establish contact. Considering the fact that they mentioned Onbu, they might have even more invaluable information. Alright, so of course we already saw that what we need is iron ore. We can only get iron ore from exploring out here, which means like there, for example, this mine has some iron ore. We do need to get our scavenger huts researched. Now, have you guys finished the feeding trebuchet? Not quite. They are 90%. After the feeding trebuchet though, where is Onbu Doctor? That's not what I'm looking for. Down this way, scavenger hut right here. So we will be able to pick it next. We just need more wooden slabs, but it would be really good to get that done. So let's just click that one now. Although we really do need the kitchen and the village doctor. We really do. Okay, we could get the kitchen right now, actually. Let's get the kitchen. Is that crazy? I'm gonna get the kitchen because they can already start working on it. And as much as the scavenger hut is going to be important, especially for moving the story along, keeping our people alive is also important for moving the story along. So yeah, let's just try to get the kitchen. And then as soon as they're done that in 13 hours, we can look at the next thing. Food-wise though, we seem to be doing okay. We've got 45 meals at the moment, which means we'll be good until tomorrow. And that at least is something. Onbu though is looking really quite hungry, but that's okay because we do have the feeding trebuchet now. I wonder where we could put it. That makes the most sense. This is a lot of stuff for people to come and have to move out of the way, but let's high prioritize that. We've only got those 4 workers. I wonder if we could steal some from anywhere else, but not really because I sort of need them all. Let's maybe just take one of you out of there. All right, kitchen has been researched as well. The kitchen should go near the farm. We've got a farm up here, so we could put a kitchen up here. That's not a terrible spot. The other one would be near the berries because with the berries we could make berry muesli. So might just stick a kitchen. I think we'll just put one by the beets for now. It's not the priority though. The priority is getting the feeding trebuchet for Onbu because Onbu is getting quite hungry. Onbu's unsure of which path to take. More nomads or some tools. I think let's try to see if we can get him to go north to the nomads, and he did accept our command, so that is also quite good. And we need to go back into the research. We've got the huts that we could do. Oh, village doctor we could do. Oh, we're close actually on the scavenger hut. So let's just go on the scavenger hut. These guys are working. We just need a few more planks, and then once we have them, these guys will be straight back to work to research that. And how is the tree cutting going? Slow but steady. All right, Onbu is going to be heading towards those villagers. Uh-oh, we do have to worry about this spore cloud coming through, and our luck is we'll hit it exactly. The other way did have an Onbu sleeping spot, but I bet you Onbu's going to want to sleep before he would have gotten there. He is pretty tired. He's at 75% sleepy right now. I'm just sort of hoping that he'll get the nomads and then sleep. I mean, ideally we would get past the spore cloud. Ooh, ideally we would get all the way to the sleeping spot, but that's not going to happen. He's just far too tired and extremely hungry. So come on guys, cut down all these trees. Actually, I wonder, is this the best spot for that? Or is that slightly better? I think that's slightly better. We don't have any trees to get rid of. All right, researchers are researching the scavenger hut. This is going to be really helpful as well. We are going to lose 2 villagers for going out and doing that, but luckily we just got a few more. 3 healthy people have joined our village. Nice. Okay, so we've got 8 spare workers at the moment, and this research is just about done. There we go. Okay, scavenger hut. Now scavenger huts need to go near the edge of Onbu, but this is how we're going to be able to send our villagers out to go and explore. Ooh, Onbu's lying down. He's going to start getting poisoned here. We do have low level poison. That does also mean we are going to get poisoned on Onbu's back. We definitely need the village doctor now. We just need a few more slabs, 13 more stone slabs, and we'll be able to get that. Oh, wooden planks need to be used to make everything though. So it's all quite expensive at the moment. Now I often do put in more than one carpenter and stonemason, but it does seem a little crazy to be doing that already. All right, our villagers' needs have increased up to from 3 to 4, which is quite bad actually, because we are currently sitting at 4 as our villagers' needs go. And yeah, food quality will help, food variety helps, housing quality helps, and decoration stuff. So if we got huts, that would be helpful. We have to research decorations. and the kitchen. The kitchen is just about built. We are actually working on it right now. Then we can swap this over to be making beet soup, and that will actually help. So if we make that beet soup, the other option would be to make it mushroom stew, because we have 142 mushrooms. They actually have so many mushrooms that they're not even picking them up because our inventory over here is completely full. 75 out of 75 in there. So maybe we'll make some mushroom stew. That gives us a bit more food variety, and it is better food technically as well. So that should just help. Onbu is also very, very hungry, and there's no food there. So we need to get that feeding trebuchet built as soon as possible. Still waiting on wooden planks to be brought over for that. We just need 8 more, which is not that many. We might be able to get it done before Onbu wakes up because, well, he's at 35% tired now, actually. Maybe not quite, but close. Onbu is now starving, though. That is very bad. Can we please bring these planks over a lot quicker? 2 more needed, and then we just need to actually hammer it together as well. I see both the planks being brought over. Here we go. We've got Brandeis making the last one. Okay, good. And Brandeis is also actually going to just build this thing. Then we can feed Onbu mushrooms. We can just straight up just give him mushrooms. So we will do that as soon as Onbu is awake, because if he's starving, he will lose health, and that's obviously quite bad. So Fidelio is going to head into working in here. Fidelio, you might want to go grab some mushrooms, because that's what we're going to be feeding Onbu as soon as he is up and walking. In fact, let's ask Onbu just to wake up. Look at him glow in the dark. He's got like phosphorescent skin. And we're going to feed him some mushrooms. Now, this is only going to decrease Onbu's hunger by 15%, which is not a lot. But later on, we're going to get an Onbu kitchen, and we're going to make Onbu some actual food, and that will be a lot better. Oh no, Onbu is going to walk right into this poison spore cloud, which is going to be quite bad. Increases toxicity levels and spawns poisonous fungi on Onbu's back. We're going to have to just deal with them. Luckily, our workers can just like punch this poison spores. It's not the most efficient thing in the world, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I mean, the only other option would be to get Onbu to lie down, and wait for it to pass, but he would have to lie down for quite some time. But here we are. Lightly poisonous air is lowering the happiness by 1, which of course is enough to make our people unhappy. So hopefully that doesn't last too long. And we are going to need to high prioritize the collection of all of these spores that are now coming onto Onbu's back. Because if these manage to spread, we could be in a very, very, very bad way. All right, Onbu is going to need some more mushrooms. Village doctor has now been researched, and we are going to need to place that in as quick as possible. I'm going to put it kind of towards the center of the map, but of course really close to the herbalist, because that's what they need to make things work. And research-wise, we are definitely going to need the hut kind of as soon as possible. We're also going to need the Onbuologist fairly soon. We need landscaping kind of bad. Corn would be good. The town square would be good. So many things that we actually sort of need. Scavenger hut is now here, but I don't think we need any of those things. At least not at the moment. I'm not sure we're close to clay. If we got let's go for huts. We just need some clay. We currently are working on getting rid of those poison spores. Those who are able to collect those. Is there any on Onbu's back end? Doesn't look like it. Okay, Onbu is still very hungry. Ooh, and we've got a villager with a deadly issue, so I'm assuming that is that they're poisoned. We need this to go in fairly quickly. Stone slabs and clay. We have all the stuff we need to build this. I just need builders to come over and do that. We're just a little short on workers at the moment. Okay, scavenger hut is built. Uh-oh. People are getting even less happy because many of our villagers are now poisoned. They are just building the village doctor here. As soon as we have that built, let's get 2 people working in there. They're going to go around and they're going to start healing people up, and that is going to be really helpful. Our scavengers, I wanted to get them out, but they are currently poisoned, so we're just going to have to wait a moment on that one as well. Onbu has found a nice place to sleep. I mean, I can't ask him to sleep here. He might choose to sleep here, but I can't ask him, unfortunately, because we don't have that researched. We'll have to just see. We'll feed Onbu some more mushrooms. Ideally, he'll lie down here, but it's kind of difficult to say. Now, we can start sending the scavenging party out and start scavenging for resources. Inside this circle is where we can easily go. Outside the circle, we would need scavenging rations for that, and we don't currently have those. Oh, yes, good. Okay, Onbu is going to sleep here, which is actually great news for us. Okay, does that mean... Yeah, nobody is poisoned, so we can close the village doctor for now. We won't be getting poisoned right now because Onbu is sleeping on a safe sleeping spot. That is good. I'm going to get more people working back in these. We're currently researching the hut, so that is good as well. All right, Onbu is back up and walking already. Our feeding trebuchet is loading up some more mushrooms, and our scavenging party has come back with our very first little mini story in here, the Lost Woods. Dense fog covers the entrance, making it impossible to see inside. Carefully, your scavengers take a few steps into it, when suddenly an uplifting melody resounds from afar. So we could follow the melody and see where it leads, or this is no ordinary place, we should stay out of it and take what we can from the edge of the forest. Let's be brave and follow the melody and see where it leads. The scavengers listen to the sounds from afar and walk deeper into the forest, but as they don't agree on where the sound is coming from, they always end up running in circles. After a while, the group gives up and leaves, but they did bring 60 wood back for us. So that is excellent news. Now, they are not poisoned or anything. Just double checking that they did in fact get saved. We can go over to the shrine and we can get our very first ancient notes. Ooh, and Onbu has just had a mushroom snack, so that's going to lower his hunger down even more. And then we're going to be coming up to a crossroads where we've got nightshade in the mountains or the desert. Now, the desert we're not really prepared for. We've researched cactus, but we haven't researched the food we can grow in there, which is corn. I think it's corn. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think we'll head back in here where we can continue to grow our beets, and in the mountains, the beets will grow even better, which would be really good. All right, we finished up researching the hut. So what do we want to get next? That's going to be really helpful. There's corn. Corn would be good because that is heat resistant, so that grows in the desert. Tomatoes grow really well in the jungle and also in the ocean biome. So those would be good. Oh, and also I think the ruin biome as well. So 3 different biomes. So those are also helpful. We do need to get both at some point, but I don't currently have any clay. We could get landscaping, which will also be helpful. We need clay for that one as well. Actually, we can get the Onbuologist right now, and we could start collecting some Onbu notes straight away. So that's not a bad idea. Now, we do have these huts. The huts, like the tents, are temporary. We're not going to have them forever. However, the huts, it is better than a tent. So they offer us housing quality of 3, and they also home 3 people. Could put them up here. They are temporary. We won't have these forever. So let's get a couple of those placed in. There is space up here at the moment. Probably at some point I'll want to put some farms up here, but these huts are temporary. We're not going to have them forever, so don't need to worry so much about that. And I might get our woodcutters here to start clearing some space down here, actually. It's kind of far away, but this is where we're going to put the housing in the end. Our scavenging party has returned with 4 ancient notes, so we can send them back out again. So we've got this forest as an option, and I think actually that's the only thing that's within range. So we'll send them out there. It's going to take 20 hours. They can get 40 wood and 5 herbs most likely. They might find other things. It is possible that that's not what they'll find. All right, there is food there, nightshade. So I don't think we're going to keep Onbu. We won't spend any more mushrooms on getting Onbu fed. Close that up for now. Onbuologist has been researched. Now this needs to go towards the front of Onbu as well. And we're going to get some workers in here and they're going to be collecting Onbu notes for us. I'm going to just stick it in right here. It's not a huge rush for getting that built, but we will want it at some point because we are going to need those notes. I am going to high prioritize the collection of some of these clay spots because we do need more clay. All right, and then we need to look at the research again and see what is coming next. Once we have Onbu notes, we can look at the Onbu kitchen, the Onbu cache, and the Onbu doctor. But in the meantime, because we don't have those things, potentially the town square is not a bad idea. Town square, we put 3 workers in there, and then we get happiness is automatically boosted by 1. And we can throw little events that help our happiness of the villagers. Now, the fishery and seawater collector would also be really good to get in case we do find an ocean. I don't know how likely we are to find an ocean so soon. I think in the meantime, I'm going to get the corn. We just need to get some clay coming in. And I did set people to go and gather that. So our 6 available workers will be gathering clay. And I can actually see already a bunch of them are gathering clay. So continue to gather clay, little ones, and we will be ready to go. The Onbuologist does need clay, and so do the houses, so we need a lot. All right, it's looking a little bit further into the mountains here. So we've got the nightshade. Now, if Onbu eats it, he will get filled. Like, it is good food for him. However, it will put him into a deep slumber and he will sleep for a while. So not great, but it's okay because in the mountains, it's usually low ground toxicity, and he could just sleep for a bit. He'll only eat by himself though if we're past this little tick mark up here. Very difficult to see, but it's at the 60% mark. So if he's more than 60% hungry, he'll eat automatically. Otherwise, he probably will not eat, and that's okay. Right, our scavengers are back. There's nothing currently in range. This is just barely out of range. Is it going to come into range? Otherwise, we can wait and we can go to the mountains where there is actually clay, and that might be better. So yeah, let's do that. We'll wait for the get to closer to the clay. There it is. And we can send the party out now. And that will give us 20 clay, which we definitely need because we need the clay for the huts, for the onbuologist, and for our research. Oh, but the research actually has already started, so it took priority over everything else. Which means corn plantation is done. So tomatoes were a bit of a ways away off because I don't have that much water, and we don't really have an easy way of gathering water yet. Let's come down here. Let's go maybe with the town square. We've almost got the stone slabs needed for that. Right, the huts are just about done. We just need 2 more clay brought into this one. And that is going to start bringing up the happiness, which is nice. Right, there's fresh food for Onbu here. Is he going to eat it though? I don't think so. Oh, he just got hungry. So he is, there we go. It just ticked over to 60%. So he is going to eat this, which means he will lie down on the ground. Our first hut has been constructed, which is good news. But yeah, this is going to massively increase his sleepiness. He's now up 86%, and he's just going to lie down straight away. Now he's lying down straight away. And are we in the mountains? Oh, we are in the mountains. So we just got into the mountains. Oh yeah, I see it there. So that's kind of fine. It means our farm is growing a bit better. Does mean we need our doctors open again because we do have ground toxicity. So getting 2 doctors back in there, especially since in the research building already one of our staff members is in fact poisoned. We're going to need them to be all healed up. All right, we've got a decision to make. This is with our scavengers. An old machine arriving at the site. An old stone cutting saw. It looks like it could still be working. We could try turning it on. We could look to see if there's anything else around those machines, or we don't touch it because it's dangerous. Let's just get some stones. We'll try turning it on. We're brave. One of your scavengers throws a rusty lever and the machine roars to life. After a while, it starts spitting out 1 stone slab after another. And we got 15 stone slabs from that, so that is excellent news. Let's see, is there a place? Oh, but you know what? We were hoping to get clay from there. We can send the scavenging party out over here to this quarry, and it's going to take a day and 2 hours, but we could get clay from that. There's also a settlement over here where we could get 4 to 5 people. I think because Onbu is currently sleeping and very tired, let's go to the quarry. Then when Onbu starts walking again, we can go to the settlement. Town square has now been researched. Let's see what that's going to take to build. Stone slabs and a bit of clay. Now it does give decoration around it for housing. We could put it up here, even though these houses are temporary. I don't love that. Let's just put it back here actually. I wasn't going to, but if we put it right here, I don't have to cut down any trees. And then maybe we're gonna cancel these huts. I'm sorry you guys have already brought stuff across. I'm the worst, I know. And then we'll just put some huts over here because they will get some decoration if they're over here. So that one little hut won't get any decoration, but that's okay. People are now living in there, and that is going to be giving us some housing quality bonus. So we'll take it. We will take any extra stuff that we can get. Now we need to look at our next research thing, of course, stone roads. Now roads are great, and actually we should consider putting roads in now because it makes our villagers walk a lot faster, which means they can get things done. The stone roads are an upgrade to the dirt roads. But we can only do dirt roads at the moment. I think let's go for the decoration. We can already get started on that research. Let's just think about roads and where we might want roads to go. If we're building houses back here, we might want those back here. We might want, well, just kind of roads all over. Now to build a dirt road, we don't actually need anything. It just takes a bit of effort from our villagers. So we're not losing out by just building roads. All right, we got some roads put in, just basic ones, just to kind of connect things up a little tiny bit. They'll put those in when they have time, and that is no problem. But time is what we were out of. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.